Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and it's time for another episode of Would I Lie to You? And in particular, it's time for another episode featuring Henning Wehn. It's been a while since I've seen a Henning episode. I'm ready for some of his wacky humor. He tells some great stories. He plays up the German stereotype just enough to make it absolutely hilarious. And He's got the talent of being able to laugh at himself, too. I don't have too much else to say because I'm not familiar with the. I'm not well familiar with the other participants. Alex Jones from the One Show. I feel like I may have seen one previous episode of Would I Lie to You with her. Rachel Parris, I don't think I know, although I do know she's on the MASH Report, hosted by Nish Kumar, who I am familiar with, and Stacey Dooley, who I don't recognize. But let's jump right into it. Let's get some more Henning Wehn in our systems, and this is. In some places, this is listed as episode 9 from series 12. In others, it's episode 8. I'm going to call it episode 8 because that's what it is on YouTube. Here we go. Episode 8 from series 12.
On David Mitchell's team tonight, one of Wales's premier TV personalities. He's about to introduce that woman who does the One Show. It's Alex Jones. And a comedian and star of the MASH Report, who recently went viral. I do hope that's cleared up. It's Rachel Parris. It's a German comedian. Sorry, I meant the German comedian. It's Henning Wehn. And a hard-hitting documentary maker who's seen things that would shock you to your core. Well, that's the risk you take when your dressing room is next door to Lee's. It's Stacey Dooley.
On a recent trip to the zoo, my bag was hijacked by a one-armed monkey.
What zoo was it?
London Zoo.
And which arm was it?
The left was missing, right intact.
As you look at it, or from the monkey's perspective?
And why was it missing, Al?
I don't really know. I mean, we were merely visitors in the zoo, Stace. I didn't know the backstory of the monkey.
No,
Aren't monkeys usually behind cages or behind glass?
Well, they are, apart from when you get to the rainforest section. It's a free-for-all.
Did the monkey have a name? 'Cause
The monkey's name was Bandit.
Bandit?
As in one arm.
Oh, come on!
That's clever on the top of her head. If it's
Sort of monkey. It wasn't a
Yeah.
chimp.
it's not
was it?
true.
I'm not David Attenborough, I don't know. But
A chimpanzee, even though
It's
it
an
looks
ape.
like a monkey, isn't a monkey.
Well spotted. I
Yes.
deliberately said that.
Obviously, it's a monkey. It's not a monkey.
It's an ape.
Whenever anyone refers to a chimpanzee as a monkey, like you did, then a pedant like me says, oh no, a chimpanzee isn't a monkey, and I've started to hate myself for that.
Chimps aren't monkeys, though. And when it comes to animals, I'm a bit of a pedant.
I'm pushing the pram. Said monkey landed on the pram.
Yeah.
My maternal instinct obviously kicks in, so I take Ted.
Cuddled the monkey.
Then the monkey got hold of the bag. In he went, spreading monkey DNA over all of the contents.
What? How big is the monkey? What, that big?
A bit smaller.
You sure it wasn't a squirrel?
It might have been a squirrel
Was it
monkey.
like this?
Fine, Robbie was like this.
There is not a single element to that story that sounds believable.
you're the boss, but I think it's a massive lie.
Gotta be a lie then.
Why do I think it's true, then? Why do I think it's true?
In fact, true.
Because it is. It's true.
That is the monkey.
That's petrifying.
As a kid, my parents denied me chocolate, so every Easter, I had to run around the garden and hunt the Easter onion. Them were the days.
Why were you denied chocolate?
It's not good for you, is it?
Why didn't you just say,
Hunt an
I don't
egg.
give a damn where that onion is. It's not a treat.
Well, you do what you're told to do, innit, as a kid.
In Germany.
And you would find the onion and you would say,
I'd say, da ist die Zwiebel.
There is the onion.
There's the onion. Then I would hold it aloft.
and At what point in your family's Easter celebrations would the onion hunt occur?
Do you not do Easter egg hunts in the UK with like real
I
eggs?
would be out in the garden.
Painted
But before
real
your
eggs.
parents were up, you're already out there.
Do you get on with your parents?
I mean, my father is dead, but he was a really jolly fella, and yeah, my mother is all right, yeah.
Once you track the onion down, Henning, would you tuck into it?
Yeah, you have a bite.
I do feel like you're more enchanted by onions than we are.
But they mean a lot to me, because I knew Easter Sunday it was time to go in the garden and hunt the Easter onion.
It can't be true. It can't be true.
I was half believing him until the biting into it.
I can bite into an onion because I wasn't allowed chocolate. That means my teeth are good.
Yeah.
It all checks out.
Would they also tuck into the onion?
It was.
It's making onions make you
Thinking
cry.
of that onion makes me eyes water.
He does seem very moved, doesn't he?
It's got to be a lie. It's got to be a lie.
Sadly, it's a lie.
Oh. Yeah. Had to be. Because whatever happened to Easter eggs? They don't need to be chocolate.
Please welcome this week's special guest, Oliver.
This is Oliver. He once came to my rescue when I jumped off a bridge by mistake.
Why did you accidentally jump off a bridge?
It was a sort of party in the countryside,
I mean, he looks French.
and I wandered away.
No facial expressions.
Yeah, but if he has no facial expressions, he'll look German. It'll give it away.
It was night, and I jumped over a stone wall to go for a wee. It wasn't a wall, it was a bridge.
And it was a sudden drop of how far?
2 metres?
A 2 metre drop?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was going to be more dramatic. So you'd have been all right?
Well,
Yes,
she
I'm all right,
clearly
look.
didn't die.
I was in the river.
Oh, you did fall into the
Yeah,
river?
yeah.
2 metres? I mean, what flashed through your mind when you were falling? I want you to imagine now that you've jumped and then tell us when you've fallen, and I'll use my...
Okay, okay,
So
ready?
do the run and jump. 4 or 5 metres, that.
I think it probably was.
That's the height of this ceiling, that.
That is unsurvivable. So Oliver comes, says, "Oh, mademoiselle."
Is he French? Or is English?
But I'm enjoying this.
But I thought it's all happening in France.
Yeah, we were in France.
They
but
don't
he's not.
have to be French to be in France.
And that's the problem. I think a lot of the world's problem would be solved if everyone just stayed where they're from.
They lean over the bridge, form a sort of human chain. Arms round ankles situation.
Oh, they're holding onto his ankles.
Arms round ankles.
Wow.
Did they
Person
pull
holding
you back up from the... What are these Chinese acrobats?
Barrel full of monkeys.
This is Oliver, and I once took a worm into the DIY store where Oliver works and asked him to colour match some paint to it.
What colour was it, Alex?
Well, this is the thing, Stace. Brown, traditional.
Yeah.
But if you look at the little belly, it's got this lovely brick pink kind of hue to it.
I still don't understand the claim.
Right, she took a worm from the garden.
Yeah.
Okay? An earthworm.
Yeah.
What do you call them in German?
Worm.
OK.
Whoa.
So when she said worm, why didn't you understand what she meant?
Which room was it, Alex?
It was the guest bedroom. So we'd
Stop
be-
them staying too long.
What's Oliver got to do with it?
I'll tell you one more
So-
time, then this is it. He works in the shop, she took a worm, he colour matched it, she went home, painted the guest bedroom. Why'd you have to take the worm in?
Because they put it on the slide and then the machine will tell them which colours they need.
It was living, was it?
No, dead.
Did you kill it, or did you find it dead?
Why are you asking awkward questions?
I think this is real. I think this is real.
How did Ollie respond?
He said you should see some of the things that people bring in
Oh,
wanting
good.
to be matched.
What did he tell you? And you went, that's all right, I don't want to know. You would have said, tell me.
No! Lee, when I go to B&Q, I'm there to complete a task.
No, I've seen the one show. You can pad things out. I've done the one show, and you spent 15 minutes, and this is genuinely true, talking to me and Billy Ocean about elastic bands.
Well, I mean, we were thin on the ground for guests that week, obviously.
This is Oliver, and we've become friends since he was cast as me in the German version of Peepshow.
First of all, what is the German version of Peepshow called?
It's called Camera Heads. Or
Camera Heads?
In German, I think it's Camera Kopfen. It hasn't been on yet.
Oh.
Peepshow's had its day, hasn't it? So why...
Wow, just diss tracking everywhere.
That's unlike Alex's put down of Lee. That was unprovoked.
I loved the Peepshow when it was on a long time ago.
They filmed the first series, and it's on soon.
So he's
or
not...
perhaps never. Maybe they hate it.
No, we give everything a go.
How has this friendship blossomed, David?
Oh,
Because I've known you for 11 or 12 years now, and I would barely call you an acquaintance.
Thank you.
How come?
We met when the people making the German show came to meet the production team here, and...
You would think they exported to Germany before it's dead in the water. That's the thing.
I'm going to say the paint sampler.
Yeah, I think we can definitely rule out Rachel's.
Yeah.
That did make no sense whatsoever. I stick a 5 on Alex.
I'm with my brother Henning.
I think it's Rachel, but I'm going to go with my team and say it's Alex.
Right.
I'm Oliver, and I came to Rachel's rescue when she accidentally...
No! Wow, Alex is a good little liar there.
I was once so cold, I shivered my skirt off.
Where were you?
So, I was round my cousin's house.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
When was it, Stace?
I was probably about 15, 16, and it just turned quite cold, you know, that transition from day to night, it gets a bit chilly.
Sometimes,
but
yeah.
I still had the summer get-up on. It was like a mini skirt.
And did you get thinner during the night?
Actually, a couple of lads had come to meet us on their bikes, and so we're talking...
What sort of bikes were they?
It's great when someone's so London that they've got 2 syllables for bikes.
We've got a German guy, a northern guy, and 2 Welsh individuals here, and we've only picked up on my accent.
Didn't understand a word you said.
And then I was sort of shivering, and I shivered my miniskirt right off, and I didn't even realise.
You didn't realise? Would it not have gotten colder?
I know where this are wrong. I've danced in just tights
Yeah.
without realising it was on the floor. So
this
can happen.
happen.
I've
can
known it
happen,
happen with
Rob.
a bath towel, sort of.
What were you left with?
Well, I had a big pair of knickers on.
Oh, great.
Like PE briefs.
You mean ones that you would wear for PE, not ones that you've had an accident in?
I did also wet myself in high school, but that's a totally separate story. And
If we ask you back, and it is an if...
You didn't notice?
No,
So
well-
what alerted you to it?
everyone was laughing.
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit like the Onion story.
What, in that it's not true?
I think the skirt would be the last thing you'd worry about, and so what if it's round your ankles?
That makes complete sense to me.
True.
I'll say true.
I think it's a lie.
I say true.
It is, in fact, true.
I once got my head stuck in a set of railings whilst trying to show my kids how I once got my head stuck in a set of railings.
I buy it. I actually believe
It's
it.
true, I think.
Just true. Just true.
Yeah.
I said, have I ever told you the story of the time I got my head stuck in the railings? They said, no, Father, do tell. And I tried to paint the picture with words. And as you know, I'm not great at that. So in the end, I just got frustrated. It's not that hard to follow. Look, I'll just show you. Come here. The 70s railings happened in my hometown.
What happened? So you're stuck?
The first incident ended with the
Is
fire
he from
brigade being
Newcastle?
involved.
I know he's northerner, but I forget from where.
Railings 1, the fire brigade was called.
Yes, correct.
And what did they do?
They had to saw one of the railings.
For a child of 9. How did you react? Were there little tears?
There was little tears, yeah. I'll never forget she came out with a glass of wine and a cigarette and laughed for about 25 minutes.
And how were you extricated after Railings 2?
Yes.
That means how did they get you out?
The kids started off with Lurpak.
How far apart are
What's
the railings?
Lurpak? I'm not familiar.
Oh, about 40 years.
I mean railings too.
Railing 2.
I think we can...
About the size of his head, obviously. Otherwise, he wouldn't be stuck, would he?
I know.
I can
that's
tell you
right.
this far apart.
Well, I thought what would happen is I'd go in and it'd be a tight squeeze to get them out, but I'd still get it out. But I'd still have sort of proved my point that it's tighter to get it out than it is to put it in.
Railings won, fire brigade. It's over.
Well, there's more to it than that.
What more?
Well, it's a long story. My mum fell in love with one of them and left my father.
Railings 2,
Yeah.
they tried butter.
Yes, they tried butter, they tried olive oil. I'm talking about the second incident, not my mum and the fireman.
Yep.
What did they try? They tried olive oil, they tried butter, they tried soap. They tried an array of lubricants I have in my house. I'm not going to pretend it was a nice image, because it wasn't.
Yeah.
Especially given that my backside was facing the road. And particularly that I was stupid, I was only in my boxer shorts.
This will only take a second, so I'll take my trousers off first.
I was apprehensive that someone would phone the fire brigade and an old wizened fireman would turn up and say,
I remember you.
"You've done it again, haven't you?" I'll tell you what worked in the end. Brute force.
I think go with your heart.
Yeah.
OK. Lie.
If it weren't Lee, I'd say true, but it's Lee. It's a lie. He's all...
It's a lie.
Yeah. If he told that one well, it was believable except for the fact that he's Lee back.
Lee's team have no points, and David's team have 5.
Wow, shutout.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Another great episode. Always fun to get a Henning story. We only got the one in this episode, but it was the Easter Onion, so my thirst has been quenched. And I believe that might be the last Henning episode. I wouldn't be surprised if he appears in some of the Unseen Bits episodes. I'll probably end up tracking those down. But man, is he entertaining. There's something about that seat to Lee Mack's left. Bob Mortimer's always in it. Henning's always in it. James Acaster's always in it. Greg Davis is sometimes in it, but he moves around. Sometimes he's on David's team. Claudia Winkleman is, I think, always on David's team, but that seat to Lee Mack's left is kind of like the powerhouse guest seat, I feel. And I think it's all about David interrogating these prime guests that really makes for some excellent television. Alex Jones is surprisingly entertaining. This is I remembered her from a previous episode, and she's good. She's a convincing liar. I think she's got a morning show, right? That's what the one show is. It's kind of a morning television talk show with like all sorts of guests. We have all those. We have those in North America too. Not that I watch them, but yeah, no, she's surprisingly entertaining. Anyway, thank you guys as always for joining me. Stay tuned. There will be more WILTY to come in future days and weeks. Until then, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.